gentlemen, we're in my dad's man cave. Look at this beautiful shirt. This was one of the shirts that was in the big old box of clothing. Let me also show you, because I promised you I was going to show you. Look at this. This is another one. Check this one out right here. How cool is that? American flag on there, white t-shirt, size medium, my size. Next up, we're going to go with, I believe this is Volcom. Yep, Volcom. Green, black stripes. Absolutely fantastic. And by the way, this shirt right here that I'm wearing, absolutely beautiful athletic fit. Fits great. Next up, we got, again, I'm that kind of that perfect size. Look at this Volcom shirt. How cool is that one, huh? That's like a sweet little stone Volcom right there. So that's the next one. So these are only the clothes that I brought over from that, huh? All right, guys, you're gonna love this one. Are you ready for this? What is that right there? What is that? A Black Ops Call of Duty shirt, size medium? What? Awesome. How cool is that? Nothing on the back, but definitely, I thought that was a cool shirt right there. How about that? How do you spell permanently?
Permanently. Permanently.
Well, guys, let me show you my Pops' man cave, which we need to get him to do a little bit more organization. But don't you worry about that. We're going to get him in the books. But let me show you a couple key features in this man cave. In a previous vlog, we saw the wood shop. This is the machine shop. So let me briefly explain. This right here, this bicycle right here was my dad's old Schwinn, right? I took it back to my bachelor pad. I painted it yellow. I got the whole garage dusted with yellow paint. That's another story for another time. Put some yellow little wrap on it, broke down after like I think a couple rides. Anyway, kind of an old school one, but did the trick for a couple rides until I upgraded to my full carbon fiber one. We got some really nice machines here, ladies and gentlemen, and look at that right there. Half of these, I have no idea what they are or what they do, but they're pretty cool though, you know what I'm saying? You need a crane to get these bad boys in. Let me show you, not this exact one, I think the exact one is in the wood shop, but this one right here, this typical little drill press, guys. We used to do all sorts of things growing up, and you gotta get, this is something I absolutely need. I need a vise in my man cave, guys. Right there on the edge of the table, I need one of those. I'm gonna have my pops pick up one at a garage sale for me. But I mean, how many times do I need to drill something? And this is where it's at. This thing, look at this bad boy right here. Huh? That's like original right there. I'm not sure if you kids have wood shop or metal shop classes these days, but back in the day we had metal shop classes. And I think this is the wood lathe right here. Yeah, this check this out. You guys are gonna love this. We just gotta keep it on the D. My dad doesn't like me showing people his action, you know what I'm saying? Look at that, boom, original Logan. Look at that. So that was a beautiful bad boy, and all this stuff is functional. It is 100% functional. As we come around to, again, I think you guys have seen that before. That's like a 19th century old school drill press, huh? They don't make them like that anymore, guys. Take a look at that, huh? Look at this thing. What's this thing? And then of course, we got my bro's surfboards right there. He is gonna be in town in October. We're gonna get him surfing in the books. Don't you worry about that. So without ado, we got a lot more to show you. There's just too much time to show you all the goodies out. What's up, my friends? We are in Mom's car. Yeah, baby. 11:33 p.m. on the dot, and we're looking absolutely fantastic. And you're like, Chris, what are you up to? Exactly what I'm up to. I thought you were supposed to be taking care of Grandma. Exactly, I'm supposed to be taking care of Grandma. Well, guess what? Cousin Seth has made his way into town. So he is asleep on the couch right now. So God forbid anything happens to Grandma while I'm out quickly for about an hour and a half. And Cousin Seth will be available for any issues on hand. That gives me a little chance to zip out and do a little dumpster diving around where I grew up. There's a great neighborhood that is really fully developed, and they even have like an In-N-Out burger, and they have a Staples. But first, we're gonna go into a different area first, more kind of over towards this direction. So here's the grocery store here. Sorry about the windshield there, kind of fogging up there a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and clean that, don't you worry. So there is a GameStop and a Staples that direction, where we actually as kids got busted rollerblading. Had the cops called on us because we were rollerblading in a commercial area. They didn't like that too much. I don't really understand why, but of course we ran from the cops, so that's probably the worst thing to do on rollerblades. One of our buddies got caught. Make a long story short, Dad found out about it. He was called, and he was not happy at all because my brother's friend lied and said he was my brother. Oh, that rousted my dad pretty good. So my dad gets out of bed, has to go down to the police station, go pick up Aaron or something like that. I forgot what the deal was. But anywho, guys, let's go in. Let's get some off-regiment cheat day Sunday food for tomorrow morning. And then we're gonna go hunting over at the local GameStop and a couple Staples tonight and Bed Bath & Beyond probably. Let's go. All right, guys, we're also going to be checking out the low light capability. This thing has a monster lens on it. This is the G7X. Before we went in the grocery store, that was my regular Canon S110. So just let me know in the comments section down below if you can tell a huge difference, because the camera is a lot bigger. I'm going to do some comparison video either for my other channel or maybe with this channel as well, just to kind of like go back and forth, because this is the camera that I do want, but it is, again, probably like I have the camera and then half the size of a camera more in thickness, so it's definitely a beefy camera to whip around. But it's supposed to have better low light, but I wasn't really sure with the audio right off the bat though, guys, so that's something I'm testing out as well. So let's go. And by the way, I do have a bunch of groceries back here, off regiment and regiment food, because I didn't want to come back to the store. So back in the day, guys, we actually used to rollerblade this complex right here. There was like water fountains and curbs, and we used to dumpster dive this commercial outlet area right around here for office chairs, and occasionally we'd find a couple, and we thought that was the coolest thing in the world to find some office chairs. And it was right there, guys. We got busted by the cops for rollerblading. Yeah, right in this little area right here. And then we ran across the street and hid in those bushes right there on the ground, laid flat until they left. That was not smart, so do not take the advice of dumpster diver Chris and rollerblade away from the police, even when you are teenagers. You stop and you apologize. All right, I'm gonna keep the lights off just for a second until I clear out of this parking lot behind Staples. Unfortunately, guys, I struck out back here at the first complex, which is Staples, but we're hoping for the best of luck. We're gonna go across the street to GameStop, of course, but something that you do have to understand though is this is different clientele, different area than my normal hunt. So you have to understand there's a lot more competition running around these streets than there are back at home. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think this is the GameStop dumpster right here. The other option is that one, but I don't know if I want to mess around with that because there's a lot of construction stuff over there, and this whole place is under surveillance, and there is a shady looking character on a bike just over on that side right there. So again, when you guys ask me if I worry about late night, probably around this neighborhood. Now, I'm 1 city away from where my parents live. It's only about 10 minutes, but you do need to be more careful because about 10 more minutes that way is where my Cadillac got stolen. So a little shady around these parts. Well, guys, when in doubt, head on over to the Dollar Tree dumpsters and see if we can find anything over here. Okay, whoa, a lot going on back here tonight. There's a lot of construction stuff, so we're gonna steer clear of that, obviously. Don't wanna mess around with any of that. But there are a couple dumpsters right here. Sorry for the windshield, like always, guys. My mom needs to clean that. But let's go ahead and pull on in right here. Let's see if any of these Bed Bath & Beyond, that's their compactor, but they do have a couple dumpsters here. So let's see if there's anything there. And then GNC's over there. So let's go check that out real quick, like there. And sorry about the dirty windows. It's focusing in on the dirt right here. Exactly, donations to me. Where's the donations at? Anyway, locked and locked, but let's go check out this one right over here. Like I said, guys, a lot of other hunters around here. A lot of rip bags already I'm seeing. Mostly just trashy food stuff though. Nothing really worth getting into, but there are a couple more cans over there. Staples is right over there, so I'm not exactly sure the layout of this area. Well, guys, I just found a dumpster behind that car there, but it's locked. Man, I seen them not trusting the divers around here. Well, guys, I don't give up. We're making one last push as that's trying to focus in. We're gonna make one last push on AT&T and, oh man, and Baja Fresh, which it looks like there's a dude walking into Baja Fresh right now. But we don't care about that. We're gonna go hunt these cans for this area and see if we can find anything. Hey, would you look at that? We found one thing. Look at that. That is a rear Toyota hatch thingamabobber with a bunch of trash on there. That's just nasty. Hey, how about that right there? We could go all the way to the East Coast on the oil, used oil on a diesel engine. Let's check out over here. Hey, would you look at that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What's going on tonight? Hey, I see a Staples box. What's the ticket with the Staples box? Where's those iPhone cases? Yeah. Man.
That's just the name of the game sometimes, guys. We strike out sometimes. I'm gonna call this place Lucky Strike. Because we weren't lucky and we struck.
Well, guys, before we wrap it up, let's come to our conclusion. Our conclusion is yes. I know I answered this in the dumpster dive Q&A before, but yes, location does matter. Now, the cans over here where we went over to Bed Bath & Beyond and so on, if there weren't compactors, there might be, you know, some heads up game. Where I am, there's less competition and there are less locked dumpsters and less compactors, which is absolutely phenomenal. Plus, over here, there's mostly all residential. They don't have the high-end apartment complexes that are open. All these ones are gated off with a parking structure down below, guys. So it is what it is. Some locations are hot, some locations are not. If you do find that location and you gotta drive 10 minutes, but it's hot, drive over the other side of town, definitely dive. Have a great time doing it. I enjoy just getting out of the house and stretching my legs a little bit, jumping out. A lot more people up and about though around here than my area. And again, you gotta be a little bit more careful coming around dark corners. You gotta make sure, you know. So with that ado, guys, it's all good because the sun's shining, my teeth are still pearly white, and we're looking good. God bless you, God protect you guys. Remember to Carpe Diem, bye-bye, and live your dream in tomorrow's off regiment. We got Seth with us. We got Natalie with us tomorrow. It's gonna be an awesome, awesome day. And I'm finishing up with the G7X, and I'm gonna ask my cousin if I can borrow it tomorrow too. Make sure I like it because it's a beast of a budget before we buy it. All right, guys, later. Ah! That's how we do it.
Gringo style.